all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today I've got Valentino Rossi for you. There we go. Issue 69, or magazine 69 to 73. Excellent stuff. Yes, big lemon shirt there today. We've also got the last of the free gifts. That's the 2013 Yamaha for the Doctor. Does have his number on it and the Doctor on here. 2013 Sepang test. Very nice indeed. It's pretty cool, that. Has its little stand as well. Excellent. There we go. Looks pretty cool, does it not? Not bad for a free gift, that. It's better than some of the rubbish that we get given. But there we go. And then it sits just here. I get it right on both sides. There we go. Excellent stuff. That looks pretty cool. Brilliant. Right, let's get on with the build. Okay, we'll start off with number 69. Valencia 2005. I come back in white. There we go. Front fork parts. So we got the top yoke, 2 fork top nut, steering head top nut, 2 fork tube tops, 2 tubes, and K, O and Q screws. There we go. So we'll need the other parts of the engine. There we go. I have got them here on the desk. We put the front of the bike onto the engine frame with that yoke, connect up some tubes, put these nuts in place, and that is the final result. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, we have the parts. There we go. Those are our parts. We need a Q screw for this. That will pop into place just there in a second or two. We'll get the engine over. Okay, now we've got the engine. The top yoke goes there like so, and we've fixed that in place with a Q screw. So we can pop that down there and pop that into there, and then let's screw that down. There we go. Excellent. Next we just need the top nut cover. That just goes on just there like so. Excellent. That moves quite freely. No matter how much you screw, tighten that screw up, this yoke will just loosen it anyway. Next we need to put the there we go. Need to put this in place now. Excellent. Now here, that point there, you can see that. Yep, that goes onto here. So we got this front piece on just like that, and this will come across and that yoke, and we'll fit that into place on that front fork like there. Okay, right, this is going to be well awkward. Okay, now I've got that balanced correctly. We'll get that yoke in place, and we use 2 O screws to secure the front fork. So we can pop a screw down here and another one down here. Don't go too far with this. There we go. Now we got that in place. Yes, we have. That looks excellent. There we go. We got half a bike. That looks brilliant, doesn't it? Excellent. So, okay, next thing we need is this tube. We fish that all the way through here, get it through the forks, in between the forks, and once we've got hold of it, we can connect it onto here. There we go. Just open it up with a cocktail stick, and hopefully that is enough now to get that into place. There we go, that's a better shot. There's the pipe onto here. Excellent. Next thing we need is this pipe here, or tube cable. This comes from this direction behind that fork on the left hand side and goes onto the master cylinder just there, like so. Excellent. There we go. That is that tube, that free end onto that master cylinder just there. You might want to put some glue on these. The shape of them should return to normal once it's settled down. But there we go. You can see where the other one is as well now here. Yeah, just there where my fingertip is. Excellent stuff. Okay, next thing we need to do is to pop these two pieces together. There's a couple of pegs there, a couple of holes there. These just should snap together and then we can put them, there we go, onto the bike. Just line them up, get it in place, there we go. Excellent. Then we need the bike back again. They fit onto here and here. Now there is a cutout, so they will only go on one way, like that. And find the cutout on that one. That will go there, like so. Cracking bit of detail. Now we have got two pipes left, which we'll keep for a later issue. Excellent. Let's move on to number 70. Okay, now we've got stage 70. Moving on quickly through the magazine. Very colourful as always. We have the hydraulic fluid reservoirs. So the brake fluid reservoir shroud, the cap, the brake fluid reservoir, the clutch fluid reservoir shroud with its cap and collar, clutch fluid reservoir. And we have two 30mm tubes and one 25mm tube. And first of all, we'll need these parts from the last issue, and we need this fairing because we pop that into place as well as. Excellent. That's where the K screws come in that we have from 69 as well. We also need some clips here, and that is it. So we don't do anything with the parts. Those are the parts. We'll probably do them next. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. So the first thing that we need to do is to pop these two pipes onto here and here, and do that one at a time and see if we need to widen it as well. You never know, sometimes they go on quite, oh there you go, it's going to be nice and bunny, that. Excellent. And the second one, there we go. And I haven't widened them for anybody else. Well, there we go. That's them two in place. And basically just pop them down here for now, just out of the way. Excellent. And while we're here, we can put the fairing into place. Where have the screws gone? There they are. There we go. That's all that nicely lined up now. Excellent. Now it's just a case of two screws here. There you can see the screw holes here and here, and two on this other side. So I've popped it onto its side. We'll get the first screw into place. This is a K screw, like I said before, comes with issue 69. There we go. Yeah, that is a much better fit. There we go. We get the second screw in. There we go. Now we need to flip this over. Okay, now we've got two here, one here. I'm keeping my finger on that duct in at the top to keep it in place once we get the screw. There we go. Excellent. Now I need a clip for here. That'll keep all that nicely together. And here we have that fastener. This is from issue 58, and it just pops into place to them two holes, and obviously we'll link this duct in. There we go. That's that side into place. Nice and bonny. So this one goes in here. So this is the other fastener. One peg is bigger than the other. I just have to put some pressure on that duct in, get them lined up, because yeah, tight fit these, and need to, there we go, get them lined up first before we pop them into place. If we can see them holes alright. I think that's got it now, finally. There we go. And press that into place. There we go. Excellent. Very fiddly, just like the build. There we go. That is it after issues 69 and 70. You can see that fairing on it. 2 screws there. There's 2 on the other side. There's 2 cables here on the throttle levers. Here. Excellent. And we got the 2 fasteners in place as well as. Excellent. Let's move on to stage 71. Here we have stage 71. We're motoring now. 2013 Valentino's return. That's right, we've got the free gift. And here we have steering, damper and handlebar reservoir assembly. All parts supplied: tubes, tube, damping adjuster, piston rod, steering damper body, regulator rod, LKY and screws, and 2 washers with 1 spare. Okay, but we revert back to these parts that we got previously and we pop these together. So let's get on with the build. Let's get the parts out. Okay, those are the parts from issue 70. First thing we need is the reservoir and the cap. Now the cap has some lovely detail on it. There we go, if you can see that. Yeah, excellent. Basically we just pop the cap onto here. There we go, just like that. And also, there we go, some more lovely detail on that piece. Brilliant stuff. Now we need a hose out of here, one of these 2 green ones, and we can fit that on to there. There we go. Yeah, they're all going on nice for me today. Excellent. And then we need, is it this shroud? There we go. We can slip that over the top. Hopefully get that over there. Try and move that around now. Excellent, there we go. Lovely bit of detail as well with that green tube popping out of it. Now we do the clutch fluid reservoir. Again, it's got a cap, so that will fit onto there. Nice tight fit, just like that. Some nice detail there for coloured nuts in yellow. It's yellow in silver. Oh dear. And then we can pop this bracket onto that post. There we go. That's going nice. Get that squeezed down into place. There we go. That looks brilliant already. Some lovely detail. Now we need to do now, let's pop this green tube over there like so, and then pop the shroud over the top, capturing all of that. Oops, there's it. There we go. Excellent. So there we have the brake fluid reservoir and the clutch fluid reservoir with some lovely detail. And then we need to fit this last tube onto the bike. So here we have the bike. The tube fits from here in to that hole there. Oh, there we go. I think that's gone in. Yep, that has gone in. And then we'll just pop the other end onto there, like that. Excellent stuff. Brilliant. That's issue or stage 71 complete. Let's move on to 72. Okay, doke. Stage 72. We'll straight to the instructions. We got the electrical and hydraulic connections and steering damper assembly. So we have 3 more tubes, brake caliper fittings, a connector which is E, which is that piece there, 2 wheel nut covers, left brake pipe, right brake pipe, 2 thin 150mm tubes and a 65mm hose. Lots of fiddly stuff. There we go. Pop these together. Yeah, lots of fiddly little stuff here again. Brake pipes. Now we have that damper. Okay, final result is that. Excellent. Let's get on with the build. Kiddo, let's get the parts out. There we go. We also have Y, K and L screws. Excellent. So those are all the parts. All these are plastic. Some good detail on them again. There we go. Looking cool. Yeah, on both sides as well. Okay, now this is metal. So we have the damping adjuster part D, the piston rod and the damper body part F. Now this will fit onto here. There's two holes down there, two pegs on that. Just pop that down there and press it into place. Always a tight fit, the parts on these. There we go. And this rod goes through here like so. Next we need this piece that fits over the rod and also fits into there. Should go in there like so. Pop inside. Yep. And it is D-shaped connection for this rod. So there's a so we'll get this lined up. And we can pop that into place. There we go. That's them two pieces into place, nicely coupled up. Excellent. There we go. Looking brill. Always a nice tight fit, these connections. Now we need to install this onto the bike. Okay, now we have the bike. This rod fits here and turn that around there. Fits there and there. And we need type Y screws with the washers. So pop this one into place first. That's a daisy. Get the eye of that. Get that in place. There we go. Only loosely fitted at the moment. And then bring the fork round and we can get the other screw into here. There we go. Excellent. There we go. That's how that works. Brilliant stuff. Okay, now we need to fit the instrument panel, which goes here in this position. Here we have, this came from issue, what was it, stage 16? Right, so we need 2 K screws for the lower screw, lower holes, and this middle one at the top there uses an L screw which goes straight through the middle. I think we can just see that one there now. This is a K screw. We need one on the other side. So I'll flip this over. Okay, we get that hole lined up. Get the screw onto there. Luckily this is really well magnetised, the screwdriver. It's another type K screw. And now we need one through the middle. There we go, I think we've got that lined up now. Pop one L screw through the middle. That should keep this all nice and secure. Excellent, there we go. That is the instrument panel in place. Brilliant. Looking cool. Okie doke. We need to fit this 125mm pipe now. Okay, this pipe or cable feeds through that cable guide there, just like so, and it goes into that pip there. And once we get it on there, we can pop the other end onto the side of the instrument panel. So we'll get this on here. There we go, nice and bonny, and that end goes on there. There we go. Pop that there, like so. Excellent. We need another 125mm pipe now. Okie doke. Our second one goes on to the end of this damper assembly here. Pop that on. Oh, that goes on far too easy. I think we'll have to glue that. We could pop it through the cable guide and it goes up to the side of that instrument panel again. It's on to here. Just like that. That one needs gluing as well. There we go. There's a close-up shot on them two pipes. One from here through the cable guide to here, and this one from here onto that damper rod there. Excellent. That's stage 72. Let's move on to the last stage. Okay, doke, issue 73, the last one for this month. And I think we've got a tyre. Yes, rear tyre and control connections. Of course we know we've got a tyre. There we go. But we don't do anything with that, so we just store it basically. Because we've got more pipework. Yeah, we've got more fiddly pipework to connect together. And we have all this as well. There we go. And we do need these. I think we'll need them as well. We shouldn't need any screws. But these three pipes or cables came earlier in the build. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, first thing we need is this 140mm cable. It fits on the end of here and then on the end of the brake lever as well. So it goes from here, that point there, behind the instrument panel and on to here. There. Behind the instrument panel, let's see, you can get that behind there like so. Okay, let's see if we can get this end on here. This cable, I've tried to widen it a little bit with a cocktail stick. It is a very tight fit, but it has just about gone on. Excellent. I think we need to secure that with a bit of glue. There we go. Wiggled it on, and that should now stay in place. Excellent. Now this other side, I did pop a cocktail stick, and now we need the other end onto here, onto this brake lever. That is a very, very tight fit. The cable does seem to be holding on. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll end up gluing that on, but it is just about on. There we go. That is that pipe now in place. I have shortened it by 20mm. It is secure. Excellent. So that's from one end to the other end behind that instrument panel. Excellent stuff. Okay, now we've got this 30mm pipe or cable tube to fit into place. It goes here and here. Okay, let's see if we can get this 30mm pipe into place, or tube I should say. That goes here. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's one end on, and the other end onto the side of the instrument panel, just here. Goes on there, no problem. And that one I just knocked off goes on there. Yeah, that's a loose fit. Need to glue some of these. Excellent. That is really, really fiddly. But there we go. You can see one end here and one end there. That's the 30mm pipe. Now step 3 of this last stage. Step 4 and 5, we have these reservoirs to fit into place. Now the first one we need to fit is the brake fluid reservoir. The tube fits onto here and the brake fluid reservoir sits in there. It's just a push fit connection. There. There we go. That's the brake fluid reservoir into place. It is a extremely tight fit, so you might need to use a pair of pliers, the end of a pair of pliers to get into place. Now we can just put this green tube on the end of here. Hopefully. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that is fully secure. Yeah, there we go. But that's the brake fluid reservoir, that's where it resides. And there's a green tube onto the lever. Excellent. Okay, now we have the clutch reservoir. The reservoir fits into that hole there, and the green tube will fit onto here. Now this again is not going to be easy, but that has gone in quite easy actually. Let's get the tube into place. There we go. See, it's funny this build. Some go on easily, some don't. But that is now nicely in place. And there's that brake reservoir. So we have the clutch and the brake. Excellent stuff. Okay, now we have all those parts completed. There's the clutch reservoir, the brake reservoir, and all them cables. The 30mm one here, and these two that run along here to the damper and to the radiator here. All of them are in place. We now need the parts from issue 72. Okay, there we have all the tubes. We have the left brake pipe and the right brake pipe. Okay, and now these, both of these, need these tubes, 150mm tubes fitting onto them. Now again, if they don't open up, we'll just use a cocktail stick. But I think that's going to go on there nicely. Yep, it's a nice tight fit. So that's that one fitted. We don't actually fit these in this issue. It's just a matter of making, putting these together, and then we're finished for this month. This one is not going to go on, is it? Oh, it does. Yeah, give it a bit of a wiggle. There we go. Ease its way up. So that's the brake pipes. Now we need these pieces. We don't need them caps yet, so we can pop them in a bag out of the way, leave them there. Well, we do need these are supposed to be different lengths, but obviously they're not. Okay, we won't need them two pieces either. We need that in that position. Now we need a 45mm tube here, 65mm tube here, and that is supposed to be 105mm, and that one is supposed to be 140mm. So we'll get these onto here. Okay, so that thinner one is 65mm, this one is 45mm. It's a slightly wider tube for a slightly wider connection. There we go. That is all we do with this issue. So these we shall keep safe until later on. So there we go guys, that is it. We have these to fit later in the build, and obviously we have the wheel, and there is the bike. At the moment, looking superb. Lots of fiddly cables. There we go. There she is. Half a bike, but it's looking superb. Look how complex that is with all them cables running here, there and everywhere. But the cabling is the worst part of it. It can be really fiddly. Some of these took me quite a while, and I had to really edit it down, because otherwise you'd have been here till midnight. Yeah, I'm on week 1 with this. But there we go. She's looking superb, she really is. It is a delight. There is that rear tyre. Excellent stuff. Anyway, that is it for this month, thankfully. I think I've only got 3 more packs left, and then it's totally complete. But yeah, with that front fork on now, it's and it does, whoops, it does go, there we go, up and down. Press it down that way, yeah, it does bounce around. Yeah, so that suspension's working fine on that. Excellent stuff. But yeah, absolutely loving it. There we go. So anyway, that is it for this month for the Valentino Rossi. So if you did like that, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next month for the next 5 issues. Excellent. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.